into.
Hi guys, welcome back to fifth part of ESP32 and IoT tutorial series. In our previous videos, we have covered two important topics. First one on connecting our ESP board to the Wi-Fi for internet access. And the second one, establishing the connection between our board and Adafruit IO dashboard. So in today's video, we'll see how to control the LEDs connected on the board using the buttons present on the IoT dashboard over the internet. For this tutorial, I'm using ESP Room 32 board, two LED bulbs of different colors, two 100 ohms resistors, breadboard and some wires for easy connection. Coming to the connections, I'll place the ESP board on the breadboard so that we can access the pins easily. So I'll be making use of D22 and D23 pins. So the positive terminal of first LED connects to D22 via a resistor, and negative terminal to ESP ground. For the second LED, the positive terminal connects to D23 through a resistor and negative terminal to the same ground. I'll also leave the circuit diagram link in the description box. So the next step is IoT dashboard configuration. So this is the home page of Adafruit IO website. In our previous video, we have already created an account and used this key information for establishing connection with our ESP32 board. So in this video, we'll directly start with the practical. So very first, we have to create a dashboard. You can go to this dashboards tab and click on new dashboard. So name, I'll give it as ESP tutorial 5. And you can add description for your reference. Click on create. So this is the dashboard. Inside this dashboard, you can have any number of inputs or the blocks. So in this particular tutorial, we need a switch on this dashboard to control the LED connected on our board. So in order to get that, you can create on this new block. Here we have a lot of block options which we'll be exploring in our further tutorials. So for today, we'll use this toggle switch. So as soon as you click, it asks for connector feed. So instead of creating the feed here, for better understanding, we can create it manually. You can close this. Next to dashboard, there is a feeds tab separately. If you click on this, so here we have option to create the feed. So in simple terms, you can consider feed as a container which will store the data that our blocks will send or receive. So to create, click on new feed and provide the name. I'll give switch 1, create. So it's created. Again, go back to dashboards. Inside, add new block again and toggle switch. So now our switch 1 feed is showing in the list. I'll select the same. Next. So here are some parameters which you have to provide. Block title, I'll give switch 1. So button on text and button off text. So these are the text for our indication what you want to see when you toggle the switch. So I'll keep it default on and off. So there are two more important things: button on value and button off value. So this is the value which our dashboard will send once you turn on this switch. So I'll keep it capital letters on. So button off value is the data which our dashboard will send once you toggle this off. So I'll keep text capital letters off. So that's it. Click on create block. We got this switch, and as I told before, the feed act as a container for the data what the switch is sending. You can see it practically now. So I'll just toggle the switch on off 2 times. So now inside the feed you can see the same what the switch is sending along with the time and the date. So this data will be the reference for us which we have to use in the code and toggle the LED connected on the board. So now we'll jump on to the code. So here I already have the code from my previous tutorial in which we are connecting our ESP32 board to the Wi-Fi with this name and the password, and also establishing the connection between our board and Adafruit IO dashboard with username and the key. So this code will remain same for this entire playlist. So make sure you understand it from our previous videos. So for this tutorial, we just have to receive the data from the button we have configured on the dashboard and control the LED. For the same, I have already updated the code. I'll just tell you what the new lines added here will do in the code. So in the declaration, we have a subscription object declaration with the name switch1, and this takes reference of a client which is already created, and we also have to give the feed from which we want to receive the data. So this feed information you can directly get from our dashboard. So if you go to feeds, this is our switch1 feed, and right side feed info. So this you can copy and add it here in the code. That's on the declaration. In the setup, you have to enable the subscription of our MQTT client to the switch1. So further, we'll see the actual logic inside the loop. So we have a while loop. So for every 2 seconds, this keep checking for any MQTT messages. If there are any messages, so this function returns the subscription object from the MQTT message. So that will be stored in this variable, so which is declared here and of same type. So as of now, we have only one subscription object, which is switch1 created here. So next we are checking if the received subscription object is equal to switch1. If it's true, then we are reading the container value of the switch1 feed and typecasting to character format. So same is being printed on the serial monitor. And in order to control any devices, we are just checking if the value received is equal to on. It's a string, so it's in the double quotes. Then here we have to turn on the LED. If the value received is equal to off, then here switch off the LED. So these values are the same what we configured on the dashboard for button on value and button off value. Now I'll quickly add some lines to control the LED here. So in the declaration, I'll declare LED 1 pin connected on digital pin 22. In the setup, we have to make this pin as output, LED pin output. So in the loop here, if we are receiving on from the dashboard, using digital write function, I'll turn on the LED pin by making it high. Similarly, for off, I'll make LED pin as low. So that's it, the code. Now I'll upload this on my board and show the results. So code uploading is done. I'll open the serial monitor also. So now our board is connected to Wi-Fi as well as to our MQTT dashboard. So now we can try controlling the bulb from the dashboard. I'll keep this side by side. Okay. I'll turn on switch. So from switch 1 we receive the string on, and also our bulb has turned on. If I toggle this to off, string is off from the dashboard and bulb is switched off. So this is working as expected. Since we already have second LED connected, we'll follow the same steps and add a control for the second LED. So starting with the dashboard, first we'll create a feed for switch 2. In the dashboards, new block, we need one more toggle switch to control second LED. So here I'll select the feed switch 2. Title will be switch 2. Button on text and off text I'll keep default. Button on values and off values I'll follow the same. Capital letters on and off. You can also use 1 and 0. Create block. So this is for switch 2. So if I turn on and off, you can see the data coming inside the switch 2 field. So that's on the dashboard. In the code, first create a switch 2 object. And this will also use same MQTT client, but we have to receive the data from switch 2 feed. So that you can get it in feed info, and this you can replace. So next, I'll also declare LED 2 pin connected on pin 23 and make the same as output in a setup function. So at the end, we also have to enable our MQTT subscription to switch 2 object. So this will be switch 2. And in the loop, we are receiving the subscription objects on this variable. And first we are checking if subscription is from switch 1. So in the same way, I'll copy this and check if the received subscription object belongs to switch 2. Then read the container data from switch 2 feed and store it on this variable. Print the same on serial monitor. If the received value is string on, turn on LED 2 pin. If received value is off, switch off the LED 2 pin. So that's the update you have to do in the code. Now I'll upload this code and show the results. I'll open serial monitor. Wi-Fi connection successful. Also, the MQTT got connected. I'll go back to dashboard now. So switch 1 on, off. So I'll try with the switch 2. Now it's showing switch 2 data on, LED is also on, off. So both are working as expected. In the same way, you can add any number of buttons and devices as per your requirements. If you want to control the same LEDs from your phone, simply log in to Adafruit IO dashboard on your phone. Go to dashboards where you can see the same configurations and control from here. So that's all for this video. I hope it was helpful. For code and circuit, visit the link provided in the description box. In my next video, we'll see how to control any AC devices with the same method. Stay tuned and subscribe. Thank you for watching.